Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are going to a steady value in this channel, or also in this country, in this beer universe, and that is Brussels Beer Project. Already got my glass here, or at least the one that survived, and we have this bottle here, the Rise and Shine. Now, Brussels Beer Project does always have fun names. And in this case, Rise and Shine with this green stripe, but mainly with this sunrise on the bottle, drew my attention. So I immediately grabbed the bottle. And Brussels Beer Project is one of those staple breweries that when you see their logo, you can be sure that they brew quality. It may not be to your liking, but they are absolutely quality guaranteed. Now, what is this Rise and Shine? This is a lime wheat beer, so a lime wheat beer, a 5.2% ABV. What does the bottle tell us? Well, contains malted barley, okay. Rise and shine and raise your glass to an eternal summer. This little elixir will make your day sparkle weekend every day. Malts used are Pilsner malt, malted wheat, unmalted wheat, and oat flakes. And hops are Cascade, Citra, Sorachi Ace, and Sabro. When thinking of lime, I am on board with the Sabro and the Citra. But Cascade and Sorachi Ace are staples as well. And as an extra, they added lime juice. They don't say which amount of lime juice, but that is for us to find out. So, let's check this out. Plain muselet. I expected a branded one, but here we are. Already see some vapor plumes rising up. Oh, this is really, really pale. Even paler than I expected. This is extremely clear, very pale, quite bubbly. So nice carbonation. But this is like really, really pale yellow. Some white foam, but mainly large bubbles. Not too big a fan of this foam, but of course when adding lime juice you add a lot of acids, and acids are a foam stability killer. So now I do have a bit of a cold, full disclosure, so I am very curious about this aroma. I hope that it's strong. Well, I smell it, so I guess it will be strong, because if I smell this and I still get to make out some aromas with a headache and a cold, this will be very, very aromatic. I do get a lot of citrus, like the Citra, a lot of yellow grapefruit, a lot of zest, of course, lime, but that may not be a surprise. But also quite hoppy and a bunch of carbon dioxide. And slightly sweet and fruity as well. Interesting. On one side, this is exactly what I imagined. On the other side, I expected something else. I had no idea what to expect, so yeah. Either way, cheers. First off, very refreshing, pleasant mouthfeel. It is very light. It is very thin. I dare even say watery. And as usual, I don't mean this in a bad way, but this does make me think of like a hard seltzer or a beer cocktail with fruit juice, like with this lime juice, which it is basically. But as far as mouthfeel goes, very thin, but quite heavily carbonated, and that is where the seltzer kicks in. Yeah, it's like perfumed soda water. First impression, of course. Apart from that, this reminds me of, and I think they might have gotten their inspiration there, something that happened very often in the olden days and don't see it a lot anymore, which is a Hoegaarden, so a Weizen, a wheat beer, with some lemon, like just a piece of lemon in it. And that was in fact very refreshing, quite interesting. But of course, in that wheat beer, we also had coriander, we also had orange peel. I think this may have been inspired by that old use, but it comes across more as a hard seltzer with that lime, but also hoppy. So still very enjoyable. Also very drinkable. And I must say, this feels like a beer cocktail, and I might even assume or suspect Brussels Beer Project to cater to their audience in the Donsardstraat, the Rue de Donsard in Brussels, which is basically hipster town, and I think this might be a hit with many of the people that frequent that neighborhood. Yeah, very light, very refreshing, very original, even though it reminds me of an old use. So I kind of do like this. And at 5.2%, like I said, very refreshing, very drinkable, very summery, terracy beer. The aftertaste is nearly non-existent. Very, very light. I only get a bit of carbon dioxide and a bit of sweeter lime. So as far as the aftertaste go, not much to say here. Apart from that, enjoyable beer, refreshing, I like it. Let's make this a 3.5, just to stick with what I usually do. And let's cap this off, speaking about what I usually do. Yeah, so quite nice, nice discovery. Am I gonna run to the store and get 5 more bottles? Nope. Did I enjoy this beer right now? Yes. Will I maybe order one when I'm visiting them in the summer? I want to say yes. However, these guys make like 4 beers a month or 10 beers a month. So it is very inviting to get something you don't already know. So would I? Yes, but I probably won't. Okay, that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching again. If you want to support this channel, visit the Patreon page, send me a beer, come over and have a drink with me, share a video and all those things. If you want to ask me something, or if you have remarks, the comment section is the way to go. And I will see you guys again in the next video with another beer. Of course, if you want to make sure you don't miss that, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get notified whenever I upload something. And yeah, until then, cheers.